Hey everybody, it's your old pal Eddie Stevens from Pico Rivera, California, and I am here today to show you a new piece of equipment that I just got. And my voice probably sounds different. Why? Because the piece of equipment that I'm here to show you is a new USB microphone that I just picked up, which is pretty amazing. I will warn you, this is going to get a little noisy because this mic is uber sensitive. Okay? So just know that going in. But sensitivity could be a good thing with the recording. This is the Fifine K678. They have multiple models out there that you can find easily on Amazon. This is, I believe, their middle of the road, the K678. I'm going to pick this up, so it may start to get a little noisy, but you can see it right there. And if you hear when I turn it, you can hear the difference in my voice, yeah? So that with the light is considered the front. And you also know that as I get closer, it gets louder. Well, that's a good thing, I suppose. The green light you saw meant that it was on. If I hit the button, it means that it's off, of course. Here on the back side, there is a mic gain knob. I know it's hard to see because it's a little shadowy, and a volume for your headphone amp. It does for your headphone output. Excuse me. It does come with this apparatus, which is sturdy and strong. This mic is built super strong. You're seeing the USB connector here. It does give you a USB cable. I believe it's about 10 feet. This that I have screwed in, that long piece in the middle, is an adapter, so you can put it on some sort of a mic stand, which I do recommend if you're podcasting, because this does pick up every little nuance of noise, hitting the table, clicking on the keyboard, for real. And of course the headphone out. I'm going to set this back down so I can talk about it. And there's your noise. So the cool thing is that this mic also acts as an interface. What does that mean for those that don't know a whole lot about that stuff out there? That means that I'm hearing my voice back in my in-ears here. You can see there. That is what I have plugged into the headphone out. So now, for example, I did just try this in GarageBand with a karaoke track, and I sang with it, and I went into preferences on my Mac and made input and output the K678 Fifine microphone, and I was able to hear back just like if I would hear out of the headphone out of my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interface. So if I'm doing just something where it's just vocal and a track, or just speaking like I'm doing now, I don't even need my 2i2 anymore. This thing is the interface, which is pretty crazy. I love the frequency response on this. If you do look it up, again, it's the Fifine K678. It tends to be pretty flat and kind of slightly ascend, peaking out around 8K and then slightly dips off. So as it gets into higher frequencies, it tends to naturally go up according to their frequency response. And that gives the nice top end clarity and intelligibility that you're hearing right now. This does have plenty of bottom end, as you would hear as I put it on the table. And if I get really close to it, it sounds really good. Right now, I'd say it's about a foot from my face, and it does recommend that you be about 6 inches. So if I took that into consideration, moving it here, I would say I'm now about 6 inches away. And you hear a complete difference. And actually, this does sound really good. Before, it didn't sound too bad, right? This sounds really good. Very, very sensitive. Again, you can mount this on a microphone stand. I'm going to pull out my trusty cell phone, and I want to give you the exact price that I paid for this. Now, they did have one of those little, I don't know if it's called a fire sale, but where they send you an email where it's only this discounted price for a certain amount of time. I saw that email first thing on Saturday morning, and it was only like for a few hours left, right? They started it overnight when everybody's asleep. They do that on purpose. Let's see here. If I go to view order details, hopefully it tells me what yes, I paid $50. And let's see, you can't really see that. Sorry, it's too bright. But it says I paid $50.97 after tax. So it was roughly, I don't know, about 45 bucks. Normally it's only about 55, 60 bucks. So it's not expensive at all. This is a very good mic for a podcaster, and I'm getting a little closer. This is a great mic for vocals. I did just do a vocal test, and my mixing engineer actually loved it. I can't recommend this highly enough. Very sturdy. They do offer a 2-year warranty. I will say, however, that when you go on their website, as the manual shows you in that you get with the box, it's kind of like some weird website that says they're going to send you some warranty code in a week or so. So it's not like a normal warranty kind of a situation. I'm still curious to see how that works out. But I am very, very impressed with this microphone. And at about $50 to $60 on Amazon, this is pretty intense. I can't wait to use this a little bit more. That's all I have for this mic today, guys. I think I covered everything about this. Again, you don't want to, not again, I didn't say it anyway, but how I have it, think of like when you watch Johnny Carson or any of the other, late night talk show hosts. They always have a microphone kind of like right there, right on their desk, and it's slightly angled. That's about how you want to have this. You can have it straight up or slightly angled, but make sure that that light side, the side with the light, is facing you. That's the front. That's what you're going to want to sing or speak into. If it's the other way around, I will show you. It sounds really weird and hollow because that's not the diaphragm side. So the side with the light is what's facing you. The mic gain knob is rather sensitive. You really don't need to put much on it because it's really strong on its own. The volume for the headphone is solid, so you don't have to worry about it like being not loud enough, for example, at least not in my opinion. And those cloud lifter things that people talk about, you don't need on this mic at all. So bang for the buck. This is 100% the mic to get for USB microphones out there. Absolutely. I don't have a lot of experience with a whole bunch of USB mics because I usually use regular dynamic microphones, but I don't think I have to look for anything else. I've seen the Shure ones that are like $500. I dig this one. And if you got a good engineer or you're an engineer yourself like I am, this is great. All right, guys, it's EddieStevensMusic.com. Eddie, STEPHENS Music.com. Hope to see you out there in YouTube land, and blessings to you all.